for those who were privileged to join us for the last session that happened a week back, we had the Wikipedia 101 training, and which is still geared towards equipping us with the necessary skills that we need to strive in the community. All right. So now if you're in this, if you have the, all right, so if you're here and you wish to gain knowledge as to how to navigate through Wikipedia and, learn, unlearn, relearn, then the Africa Wiki Women Scale Up series is the right place to be. All right, so before we start the training, we'd like to have our icebreaker session, and permit me to introduce my co-moderator in the person of Blessing. All right, so Blessing, I pass the mic to you. You have the floor, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Okoro. I want to once again welcome everybody, and especially from the Africa Wiki Women, wish everybody a happy new month. And for our Muslim sisters and brother that is on call, that is presently in this meeting, I want to say happy Ramadan to you all. Yes, before we dive into the training proper, I will love us to tell us what have gone through while editing Wikipedia. So the icebreaker for today is, what challenges have you encountered while editing Wikipedia? So I want you to use the chat box. Everybody should give us different challenges. Maybe today our challenge may be solved, our problem may be solved today. So please, everybody should make use of the chat box, including the team members, so that everybody will be able, nobody on Wikipedia will say they don't have one challenges or the other. Even though you are a new editor, even though you have not edited before, just drop something down. Maybe it's how to even create an account. So I will be on the chat box, and I'll expect everyone to participate, please. So someone is asking, please, how can we have an access to the 101 training? The team will send a link to that before the end of this program. My challenge is IP block address. Very good. Someone have mentioned his challenge. Chimere Prince said his challenge is that he's always having IP address, and I can also testify to that. Someone from my team said my challenge was finding the source, seeing the right source, and then Wikipedia. Another person said, which is sorry for the pronunciation, Chike Rema said, please, how can one edit the info box? How can one edit the info box? I hope our speaker is saying the question. I will do justice to all of this question so that all of us will have a direction to go. At least with the question, we will know why we are here. So I'm still waiting for more challenges that we have faced. How to use the Wiki tools. So this, I think one of the objectives of this training is also to tell us all the tools to use while editing Wikipedia. So let's keep it coming. At least we have a lot of challenges here. which have been mentioned by the people present here. So I hope Mr. Moib Sheffield from Gombe will be able to solve all of this problem. And I also hope that we will all smile after the end of the program, and the problem solved. The problem will be solved, hopefully. So I will pass the mic back to the moderator so that we continue the training. Thank you very much for participating in our ice-breaking section.
All right, thank you so much, the Blessing, for such an interactive icebreaker section. Thank you so much. I'm glad having you here. I'm glad having you as a co-moderator for this session. All right, so moving on, we'll proceed to introducing our trainer for this section. All right, so please join me as I make welcome our trainer for this session in the person of Mr. Mohib Sifil. And all right, so Mr. Mohib Sifil is an experienced Wikimedia project editor and was the Wikimedia User Group Nigeria editor for the year 2023. And he's currently a new page reviewer and the auto patroller on the English Wikipedia. He has over 20,000 edits across the Wikimedia Foundation project and has created hundreds of articles around the African academics and scientists. So make welcome to our trainer for today, Mr. Mohib Sifil. I hope I pronounced that well. Welcome so much, sir. I pass the mic to you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful and exciting introduction. So just like what you said earlier, my name is Shefi, and I edit with the username IBJJ055. So I can say that I'm very happy to be here in the sense that we are all here to learn together, to relearn and to unlearn. Because I believe that each and every one of us, we are unique in one place or the other. Just like the way I mostly edit on Wikipedia, I've seen people that are also experts in Wikisource, Wikidata, and I also appreciate all of you. Our main goal is to make sure that the sum of all human knowledge is available to humans. And now we have to put humans and AI now, because it's not only human that is consuming knowledge now, both human and AI free of charge. So I've seen a lot of questions on the chat box, and I believe by the end of this program, we'll be able to do justice to 80% of the questions, if not all. So I've been given a topic to work on, and I've prepared a slide. So with your permission, I would like to share my screen. As if the permission is given, I'll go ahead to do that.
Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. See the screen now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's true. Good. So we'll be dealing with they gave me an objectives, so I turned the objectives into something. I'll be working on Wikipedia sourcing and formatting tools. So this is just about the okay. So here we have our objectives here. And our objective goes like this: formatting tools proficiency. Under the formatting tools proficiency, you are going to be learning about how you can create tables, edit tables, and create tables, create infoblogs, and also edit infoblogs. How to also effectively incorporate images into your Wikipedia articles. Okay. So under the templates and transclusions, you can improve article consistencies, streamline editing processes. So I will also be talking about how you can use repetitive tools to simplify your task. Then we are going to move to identification of reliable sources, distinguish between primary and secondary sources. I know the objective is a little bit complex, but when we enter the slides, I've make it in a way that it is not going to be complex for us. It's going to be very simple for us. So now let us move to the next step. You see my screen? Hello?
Yes, I see your screen.
The question is, why do you need table? I know pretty sure here, I'm not talking about the table in your room or the table in your office. I hope you know the table I'm talking about. I'm talking about the table that you use to decomplex a complex information. So why do you need the table? Now, let us answer that question first. Why do you need table? Can anybody answer that question? Why do you think you need table in the Wikipedia articles? Anybody? Okay,
Could it be
there's
to
nobody.
help you organize your work?
Yeah?
Could it be to help you organize your work?
Good. It helps to organize your work. Now, when you have a lot of information, and we want people to understand the information perfectly. For instance, you have information that has a date, it has a name, it has serial number, it has year, and so on. And you want people to understand it perfectly, then you make use of table. This, before you look at the wordings, the write-up on your left-hand side, look at the one on your right-hand side. From this, you can easily say, okay, Luxembourg has the highest international monetary fund because of the table. You can see the serial number 1 to 10. You can see the country, and you can see the amount. So with this, you have no issue saying that you wanted to go deep into the article before you know what is going on. So table make a complex data more readable, accessible, and it decomplex the complex information that you might have inside Wikipedia article. So as you can see, there's organizing the complex data, enhancing readability. When people see things like this, they'll be able to read it. Imagine if this one is a if you have to convert this one into a normal word, you may have 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. And do you think people can actually sit down and read those pages? Because now you have to talk about Luxembourg first, you talk about how they got the money, amount of money they get, and so on. But in the table, they have make sure that everything is summarized with just rows and columns. So now we are going to be talking about how you can create this kind of table and how you can also edit it. So this is going to be two sections. We are going to have the theoretical sections where I will present all the slides. Then we are going to move to the practical section. So now, there are two ways of creating tables, two sure ways of creating tables. Once you do it, you're going to have your table. We have the visual way and we have the source way. When I say the visual way, means I think we are all familiar with the visual editing. And I know only few people are familiar with the source editing. People that are much more vast when it comes to coding, we would like to prefer the source way. But people like me who are not into coding, I think I prefer the visual way. So there are two ways of creating tables. We have the visual way and we have the source way. In the visual way, I've simplified it into 4 steps. The step 1 is to click on the edit. And the second one is to place your cursor where you wanted to add the table. And the third one is to click on insert. When you click on insert, then you are going to see table there looking at you, and you too are also looking at the table. Then you're going to click on the table and it will automatically generate 3 by 3 table for you. 3 lines and 3 rows, 3 columns and row for you. So when we get to the practical one, I think we will be able to cope with it. So now, if you have any question on that, if I move to the source way, then you can just drop it in the chat box. I think the moderator will be taking note of it. So now on the source way, this is the code that you're going to use. Once you copy this code, then you can continue to increase. Now, in this code, we have 2 rows and 3 rows and 3 columns. As you can see, row 1, cell 1, row 1, cell 2, row 1, cell 3, row 2, cell 1, row 2, cell 2, row 2, cell 3. Then if you want to add more, then you add just like this, row 3, cell 1, row 3, cell 2, row 3, cell 3, and so on. And if you want to increase the cell, then cell row 1, cell 1, then cell 3, then you put row 1 again, cell 4, cell 5. And if you want to increase the heading, then you can come to the header, you put what they have used, then you add your own header for there. So this is how to create the one for source code. But I prefer the visual way because I'm not that proficient in hyper markup, or you could call it markup text language like this. Then we move down to the info box. When you hear the info box, don't be scared of it. It's just a combination of information and box. So imagine if you put all the information in just a single box. For instance, I might not want to read a whole article for me to get the gist of what is going on in that article. But if the article has an info box, I can easily skim through the article and I will get all the details that I want. I look at William Clues in front of me. You see the box, you see the information. The year that he was born, when he died, the university that he attended, his occupation, and the awards that he received. From this information box, you can actually get all the gist from the 3 or 4 pages article of Wikipedia. So it's just a group of information that can be seen at a go. You can see them at once. So now, how do you create an info box? So for the creation of info box, I've also simplified them into 4 different steps, which is step 1. When you click on the insert, then you scroll down to template, because info box is also considered as a template. So when you click on template, then you search for the info box that you're looking for. For instance, on Wikipedia, there are different info boxes. If you are creating an article for a person, ordinary person, you use info box of a person. Just put info box person. If you are creating for a book, you type info box book. If you are creating for a company, info box company. If you are creating for an office holder, you are going to type info box of an office holder. If you are creating for an academic, you are going to type info box academic. If you are creating for a building, you are going to type info box building. So once you type that, step 3, it is going to provide you with a lot of boxes like a form for you to fill. If it's about info box of a person, you are going to see the date of birth of the person, you put it there. You are going to see the occupation of the person, you put it there. You are going to see the alma mater or the institution that the person attended, you are also going to put it there. By the time you fill the one you can fill, you are going to leave the one that you cannot, that you don't have information about it. So now this brings us to the question, where do you get your information that you are putting inside the box? The information that you are putting inside the box should be from the Wikipedia article that has been written. Because you cannot just come up with a fallacious information, a kind of a cooked information, and you think you will not be challenged. So you need to get your information from the Wikipedia article, because anything that's inside the Wikipedia article, I believe it is well sourced. So, for instance, you say somebody died in 2024, and inside the article, there's no place where it was written that the person has died. So that means you are providing a fallacious information. So you have to deter from that. You look at the article, after you have read the article, you understand the article, you get your information from the article, then you cannot transfer information into info box, and you are good to go. Once you are done with the form, then you are going to click on insert. Then once you click on the insert button, it will automatically generate the info box for you, and it will tell you to publish. In which, if you are satisfied with it, you are going to publish your info box. I think we all get that. We are going to create the info box during the practical aspect of it. So before we move down to the next objectives, I would like to take one or two questions from that. What maximum two, minimum one from the first objective that you have just finished now. And if there's no question, we are going to move on. The moderator, I don't know if there are questions on the chat box because I can't see the chat box from here.
All right, Mr. Mohib, we have none for now.
Okay.
So please, if you have your question.
No.
If you have a question, drop it on the chat box and the moderator will take care of that. So then we move down to the next objective, which is repetitive task tools. So if not for this task, I'm pretty sure that a lot of experienced editors and new editors will have run away. Because this means that you are going to keep on doing the same thing over and over again. And when you do something over and over again, you become you are going to burn out. You become tired and you become frustrated. So there are a lot of tools on Wikipedia space, a lot of tools. I can't say this is the number of the tools that we have. I know every day people are creating new tools to simplify our task. Now, I'm just going to mention some of the most common ones that we do use on Wikipedia so that we can also learn about it. And if you are already using it, thumbs up. So the first one is the hotcat. So the hotcat, the cat there is not an animal. The cat there is an acronym of category. And the hot there means very fast. So actually, this is a blending word that involves hot and category. Hot category. So it's a tool that you can use to, it is the quickest tool to use when it comes to category. Because with a click, you have your category. So now, why do we need this tool? Because it simplifies category management. It saves your time. You don't have to go to insert, or you don't have click on category, then you type it no. So it is a user-friendly interface and it reduces errors. Because if there's no category there, you will have seen it that this one is not categorized. So now, how do you install this podcast? You just need to go to your preference Then you go to your preference, type hot cat. Once you type the hot cat, you see a box. Just tick the box. You are good to go. So now, if you wanted to use the hot cat, just go down to the bottom of the article. You see plus and minus. Plus means you want to add a new category. Minus means you want to remove a new category. So once you click on plus, just once you start typing the category, you see the full one will just come. Once you click on it, you have added a category. And if you wanted to remove any category, click on minus, you see how to remove the category. So you can keep on minusing or plussing hundreds, thousands, millions of categories without getting tired. Now the second one, which is the twinkle tool. Is a tool that we use to tag articles. You will have seen that maybe you just finished creating an article before you know it's just somebody just tag the article orphan, or somebody tag the article notability, or somebody say the article rely on a single source, or somebody say the article has COI. Somebody say, oh, or you just see that they have put a tag on the article that the article is going to. Most of the time, we use this twinkle to do that. So how do you activate your twinkle? You go to your Wikipedia account, you go to your user preference, you click on the search button, you are going to type twinkle, and you see a box there in which you are going to click on the box and save it. Once you save it, boom, you start using twinkle. That you don't have to install any script, or you don't have to, anybody can use it. You don't have to be an experienced editor before you use it, or you don't have. So all you need to do is to know that, to make sure that you know what you are doing. Because a lot of people are using Twinkle to nominate articles that are notable. Recently, somebody was blocked for that. He has made a lot of ridiculous nominations, nominating articles that are glaring that they have passed all the Wikipedia notabilities. Maybe the person actually learned about Twinkle and the person is test running Twinkle. So don't test run. You should know what you are doing before you start using it. Also, if you notice that somebody is doing something wrong on Wikipedia, you can use Twinkle to warn the person. You can warn the person that I noticed that you have been doing this and this, please stop it. So once you install Twinkle, you can keep on to explore a lot of, you can even use Twinkle to report to an administrator that I'm suspecting that these two accounts are self-perpetual. Administrator, please take a look into it. And once you log your complaint, they will take a look into it. So you can even, a lot of things, you can use Twinkle is a word on its own. Once you learn how to use it, you keep on enjoying it. I'm also using Twinkle too. And the next one is page creation tool. This one is a tool that is given to a new page reviewer. And this tool is to view pages. So when you create article, a new article, it will go to a new page feed. Then once a reviewer see it, the tool is in your account already. You just click on it and it will be reviewed. You can also use this tool to tag an article, to delete an article, to review a new page, and so on. So I'm going to show you when we move down to the practical aspect of the tool. We also have Reta. This is the tool that you can use to rate articles from stop to B article. You know, the beginning of an article is stop, from stop to start, from start to C, from C to B, and from B to good article. So you cannot make an article a good article unless it passed through a very long process. But this rater is a kind of bot that can suggest for you the category of the article. When you look at the right-hand side, you see prediction, stop. So that means the article that is being rated here is supposed to be a stop. At times you see an article that say prediction, start, prediction, C, and so on. So for you to install this, you need to actually click on this script. You install this script on your Wikipedia account, then you are good to go. So now we are moving down to the sourcing now. So there are three different types of sources that we have. We have the source and good sources that we have. We have the independent source, primary source, and secondary source. So I'm going to differentiate between the three, and I'm going to give us some practical examples on how we can use them. So the best among them is an independent source. On Wikipedia, it's an independent source. This source is not affiliated to the subject. For instance, if I am the manager of a company, and the company has a website, and the website is writing about me, is that one an independent or dependent source? Anybody? I have a company, the company is publishing news about me. The company is not a news outlet company. Not some websites used to have a place for their news section. For instance, school now, like university now, they have is good. Somebody say dependent. Yes, because there's a close time relationship between the subject and the news outlet that's publishing it. So that one is a dependent source. So an independent source means there's no affiliation, no connection between the subject of the article and the source that you are using. And this means that if there's no connection, they will be able to present an unbiased, non-prejudiced fact about it. But if there's a connection, either good connection or bad connection, there will be prejudice, there will be biasness. And this will reduce the credibility of the information that you are going to be getting from this. That is why you will see that. Sorry,
Sorry, so we can't hear you anymore.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes,
can
we
now.
can hear you.
Just a minute.
All right.
Okay, good. So they will be able to provide unbiased information about it. For instance, now, when you go to articles from reputable media, BBC, The Guardian, and the rest, they usually provide, not all the time, provide independent news. But in a situation whereby you look for a journalist working for BBC and you paid him to write about you, so that one is not an independent source again. So it has become something else. That's why you see that majority of sources, reputable news media from Nigeria, they'll be telling you that it is a promotional piece that you are using to write article, or it's a tough piece. Because promotional piece means that you are the one that you pay the money for them to publish about you because you want to promote yourself. When you bring that article to Wikipedia, and from the way the article is written, definitely we are going to know that it's a promotional piece and the source will not be acceptable. That's about independent source. There's independent sources that provide independent information. There are independent sources that provide dependent information. Independent sources that provide independent information are people that don't even know about you. They don't know anything. Their own is they see the information, they investigate it, they discover it is true, and they publish it. While independent sources that publish dependent information, you carry yourself to them, you pay them, or you pay your PR, then your PR pay them to publish news about you. Then that one is what? Some independent information. And also from these independent sources too, there's something called press releases. Press releases are not also independent in the sense that it's a PR work. If a news organization come to your place of work because you are doing something there and you are doing a press release about a particular thing, and you see that inside the article they mention that according to the manager of the organization, he said the organization is the best in the world. This is not only because they have put in a lot of money and resources into providing qualitative food for the entire universe. So you see that most of the information gotten from that news outlet is from the press release. So press releases under this independent news outlet is also not considered as independent. So now, under these independent sources, this kind of source that you can use are the source that are not press release, the source that provide in-depth information about the subject, and the source that is not affiliated with the subject in any way. So if you have those sources, you're good to go. The next one is primary sources. Primary sources are the kind of sources that emanated from you yourself. You were the one that created the information. There was a time I was working on one article, I discovered that the person is from Ghana. The person is a journalist from Jolly News Ghana. Is it Jolly, something Jolly like that? Is it Jolly or I can't recall. And the person in the article, the person has over 40 sources. And I still nominated the article for deletion because all the sources was written by him. And the most funny part of it is that when you publish in news, they will write your name under it. Under it, you see the name of the person clearly there. And the name of the person there is also the title of the article. So I just nominated the article for deletion because there's no way that person can publish an unbiased information about himself or herself. So autobiographies, government reports, speeches, official websites, all these are primary sources. Why secondary sources are good? Secondary sources are good. Secondary sources and independent sources are the sources that you can use to establish mutability. When you talk about books written, but for instance, when you are writing about somebody wrote a book about a particular nomenclature. So when you get the book, when you lay your hands on the book, you can actually use the book to gather information. I have a friend that is currently working on some of the past king of Benin, and he went as far as outside the country to get different books with his money, different books with his money and time, different books, and he has started. Most of the articles that he created with those books, now most of the articles are rated A article, good articles. So people are actually moving, spending their resources to make sure that people get a lot of information about their community. So if not because of that, I don't even know that something in Benin called Ogizo. Because I read some of those things, I learned about some of the past things of Benin. And when you see those articles, I'm pretty sure you're going to fall in love with them. Because the way the article was written, and what it makes use of books to serve as sources for the article. So the best sources that we can use here are two: independent sources that are published that publish independent information, and secondary sources. So once you have these two, you can use them to establish mutability or Wikipedia. So our objective here is not about mutability or Wikipedia, it's just about the difference between the sources. So I think we have come to the end of the theoretical session. If you have any questions before we move on to the practical one, I'll be very much happy to answer them. Thank you very much. I'm happy editing. Over to you, Upolo. So if there's no question, then we move on to the practical session.
All right, thank you for such a wonderful session. All right, so if we have questions, this is the time to ask them. Feel free, don't be shy. If you're shy, you can actually drop your question on the chat box. I'll read it out for the trainer to attend to. But please feel free to ask your question before we start up the other session. All right. Okay, so that means we are good to go. All right, so continue, please, Mr. Mohib Sifil. All right. Oh, for the training slides, I'm certain that the session is being recorded, and once it's out on YouTube, you can have access to it. Yes, please. For the slide, I guess it's up to Mohib to tell us if the participants can have the copy of the slide after the training.
The sum of all human knowledge need to be free of charge. So the slide is also free. Is there?
All right. You've heard from the trainer himself. So yes, you can have the slide afterwards.
I think now we can now move down to the practice session so that we have
please.
hands-on experience. So thank you very much for your patience.
Yes, you can.
I'm trying to share my screen again.
All right.
Can you see my screen now? I think I'm on Google, right?
Yes, I can see your
Yes.
screen.
I see your screen.
Yeah, I'm on there. So I think we all know how to log in. I've already logged in already. So here's it. So the first thing that we talked about was the issue of table, right? Table, how to create table. So I have an article here that I've identified already. But let me just look at this article. Somebody to tell me which information here do you think we should put on it? We should put inside the table. Do you think a table will be much more better for it? Yes? Anybody? Where exactly do you think table will fit in perfectly?
Yeah, I think the filmography.
Use the filmography. Because if, now, once you just come, just click on this edit. Then second step is you are going to click on where you want the table to be. So you want the table to be here. Just go to insert. Insert table. As you can see, it's table. Table. So now, when you look at the information, there's a serial number there. So you can just have your serial number here. There's title of the title of the film, there's year. We also have what is called the name, the name of the person inside the film. So we have one here. That's what the film. So the first one is what? We roll. So we move to the second one, which is the year, published in 2017. Then the name inside the film is what? Very to the film. Not over. For the second one, there is something wrong with the source.
So, excuse me, can I ask a question, please? Hello? Okay, can you wrap text in a situation whereby maybe the stuff is too long? Can you wrap the text?
You can, if you want.
Okay.
See, just click on enter, just like the way you edit your normal Microsoft Word.
Okay.
Do you get it now?
Sir, yes, sir, thank you.
So the third one is the Roswell. Was also published. It was published in 2021, and its name, her name, I don't know if it's no, her name is the one, the fourth one, the Blood Covenant. It's published. Her name. Published. So I'll just have to move that this level. So once you have that, you don't need this one again. Next thing is to publish. What did you do? Added table to the practice. Added table. Now, can you compare this one with the first one that was there before?
It looks so much better.
It looks good like this, right? So that's the work of the table. So any question around that? Any question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
My question is how can one add a colon or row? Like if I want to add to the right hand side or maybe to the bottom.
I'm trying to load it for you. Hello.
Hello.
That arrow, I noticed that there was an arrow on that table, whatever. Did you click on that to add the columns or the rows?
Now look at this. You see something here, you see something like, if you wanted to add more row down, so just click, if you are using a system, click on tab. As you can see that. But if you are not using a system, you use this place. Insert above, below. Do you get it? You can also move. So, and you can also come here to insert before, insert after, move after, delete column. But if you're using the system, it's not much more easier. You can just continue to click on tab and you will continue to add. So if you're using a phone, then you can use this place. Insert below, above, as you can see. You get it now. Then when you come down here, insert before, see, or insert after. So I think it's clear, right?
That's the range.
Okay. Any other question? Okay, so we're going to drop this one on the group for someone to just, before the end of the program, you can work on it. So this is just a kind of just a minute. Okay, you can see my chat box here. No, but there are a lot of articles without table, and table would have been better. So let me click on this one for you to see that one. You can see it under the filmography, how it's scattered. So I think you can bless this article with the table, and the article will play for you. Okay. So the next one is info box. If according to what I presented, I think it's the next one is info box. So how do you edit info box, or how do you generate info box? I'm going to use this article for the info box. So what you are going to do is that you click on the edit, or let me use the one we used before, because I can see a tag on this article that doesn't meet the guideline, so I've not actually checked the article. There's no problem. Edit. Intro. So now this is the info box that we're talking about. So let me just delete this info box and start from the beginning. Just delete it. So now we assume that this article is not info box. Or instead of deleting this, let me just show you one way. You can, there's a category for articles without info box. Just go to Wikipedia, article without info box. And here you can have hundreds of articles without info box. You have hundreds of articles without info box. So then you can continue to work. You see, about 70% of Wikipedia articles do not have an info box because it is not required to create an article. So biography articles without info boxes, click on this one. So after the project, as you can see them, after the project, you can go there and create info box so that you have something to engage yourself. This one has an info box, but it's very small. See this one? See, there's no info box. This one. Now, how do you create the info box when there's no info box? What you're going to do is, at first, you read the article first. What are the things that are supposed to be on inside the info box? So, this medical student, which is means of a person. So the person is a member of Al Qaeda. The member of Al Qaeda, as you can see it here. So this is his name. So his name will be there. Affiliation too will be there. The person is working with, which is Al Qaeda. Is an Egyptian. That means his country too will be there, which is an Egypt. So now you click on the edit. Then you come to insert here. Come to insert. You click on template. Then you're going to search info box. Even if there's info box for terrorists, I don't know, let us check. Let us check. We don't have info box for terrorist attack. So let us use info box for person. See, box for person. You click on it. So I told you, when you click on it, they will give you a list of forms to fill. So name of the person, Khalid Abu Al-Dahab has the name. Then about his country, which is citizenship country, is from where? Egypt. Station. Insert. As you can see that the info box has been generated. Citizenship, Egypt, organization, Al-Qaeda. Then you look if you can see any other information there. Direct handman of Ali Muhammad.
Occupation, soldier.
Yeah, so he's alleged to have been a right hand man to Ali Muhammad. He's not the one that is a soldier. He's just a right hand man of a soldier. So have the money to a lawyer. The peer hopes to have Islam Marzouk released and possibly smuggled him to the United States. Confessed that he had funded the Netherlands attack on the Egyptian embassy in Pakistan and orders from Bin Laden and transfer money from a Palestinian account. I think these are the two. If these are the information that we can see about that, then you can click on publish changes, then added and info. So as you can see, the info box is there already. So now, if you want to edit info box, so how do you edit info box? You just click on edit. Just click on this one. On the info box, you see the edit button here. Then you can edit, make your changes. make your changes, and when you're done, is it criminal status convict or criminal status? Do we put terrorist there? So assume be convicted of terrorism, that's it. So if the person has not been convicted of terrorism, you cannot put convict there. So you have to be sure of the information that you are putting there. From you go and check these sources and see if they are genuine. So that's how to edit. So once you are done with your edit, you publish. You are going to publish your work. So that's about creation and editing of infoblogs. Any question on the table and the infoblogs so far before we move down to repetitive task tool, the use of hotcut? Any question?
All right, so if you have any question, we have our chat box. You can unmute and ask your question. Our trainer is ready to attend to your questions right now regarding the session that the practical session that we just had.
So, I said, if you wanted to activate your hotcut, where you need to go is you go to your preferences. See the preferences there. You click on it. Then you come here. See this. If you have not yet activated it, will be like this. Then you just click on this and you see. It's because I've already activated my own. That is why this save is not showing below. So if I activate it, then I can save it. So once you click on it and you save, then all the articles that you have, they will have this thing for you. So when they have this, it means that you can add and what? You can add them, the categories, or you remove the categories. Now, what I'm going to do here is that now, this one is still under categories without info box. So what I'm going to do is to remove it from category without info box. So here, under this article top page, so you can only use source code. So that is why you are not seeing the hotcut here. But if it is under the normal article, not the top page, you are going to see it here. Now, what other things can we add? Let us add Al-Qaeda members. See, that's called Al-Qaeda members. Then click on OK. So you have added. You see, when you check here, it automatically publishes itself. That's why it is hot, as you can see. Now we have additional category here. So you can add more if you want, add more if you want. And you can remove them. When you click on this minus, it will remove. When you click on that minus, it will also remove. That's how to activate it. You come to your preferences, you click on hotcut, you search for hotcut, then to show you the hotcut. So the next one that I have here is twinkle. How to use twinkle. So we are in the preference section already. So just type twinkle. So you can see it. You click on it. Once you click on it, you save. Once you save, then you have the tool to access all the things that Twinkle can do. So now, once you save it, where can you see your Twinkle? That's another question. You can see your Twinkle here. Let me look for one tool to make a mark. Where are those tools to make mark? Okay. Can you see this TW?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Yes. What is Twinkle for you? So once you click on it, you have all the tools. This is if you wanted to speedily delete an article. That's request speedy deletion. This one, if you want to propose deletion for an article, maybe an article has been on Wikipedia for almost 5 to 6 years, and the source of the article is just one poorly sourced article. That means the article has no hope of improving itself. So you can propose it, okay, this article, give it this article 1 month for deletion. If this article is not improved in 1 month, it should be deleted. So people can oppose it. So if nobody opposes the article for that particular days, then the article will be automatically deleted. This one is, you want to start a discussion, AFD, article for deletion. You want to start a discussion about a particular article, then you can click here. So let me just use this AFD as an example. There's one, okay, let me just, let me go to list of articles. Let's see. These are articles that have been created daily in West Africa that are yet to be reviewed. So now, we are going to check and use here. Please you see my screen?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
So we are on article titled Samuel Ekwe Adamu. And you see my twinkle here, right? So now let us go through this article together. So we are going to identify independent sources. You see, you are going to identify it yourself, independent sources, dependent sources, and the likes. He's a Nigerian businessman, banker, and real estate developer known for his contribution in the housing sector in Nigeria. Look at that statement, known for his contributions. Contribution is something that is quantifiable. So if you are referring to an unquantified information, that means you are actually using these words. You are talking without saying anything. Which kind of contribution has this person make in the Nigerian sector? Nobody knows. Now, when you come to the references, Samuel Ekwe Adamu, a story of resilience, education, and family values. Newswire. Apart from the fact that Newswire is an unreliable news media, look at this title. Do you think this title looks normal? No, let us now go inside. I'm pretty sure, I'm yet to click on this. I'm pretty sure that what we are going to find here is a lot of adjectives describing the person as untouchable. Okay. Good. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
And the moderator just read the first paragraph for me.
All right, so Samuel Ekwe. All right. Adamu's journey is a testament to perseverance, ambition, and the enduring influence of strong family values. Raised in a, all right. raised in a household that prioritized leadership, determination, and community. He has navigated challenges with resilience, forging a path on academic and professional success.
And this, do you think this is an unbiased information?
It is biased.
He's biased. He's praising him too much.
Yeah, because are you in the family, as in the independent, whatever, it's not in the family, to know the family values or not.
Explain, how do you think is perseverance? How? There's nothing to justify that. A lot of claims without justification. So now, as you can see, definitely this is going to be a kind of PR work, public relation officers, that they are trying to promote him. You get it now. So now, as you can see, it is coming from an unreliable newspaper, and the information is what is biased. It's just a puff piece, a promotional piece. Now look at the second one. My life experiences shaped my vision for safe, secure housing. Developer Samuel Adamu. This one is a Vanguard News, is a reliable newspaper. But when you look at this title, you discover that it's more or less like an interview. Because my life, who's talking about the life? It's not the person that is speaking. So when we enter, you see that it's more or less like an interview. So Samuel Adamu was born in Kaduna. So his journey from a childhood marked by adversity to a career dedicated to building secure homes for families. His journey from a childhood. Now from his childhood, he has dedicated himself to building secure homes. How can that be? So now this is the problem that we have with information in Nigeria, with media in Nigeria. When you put this together and you create an article, and they're telling you that the article you have created is not reliable, it's not notable, then you begin to argue that you have a good source. The sources here, they are more or less like a promotional piece. Somebody paid this house media to put all these stuffs together for these people. So my father's value motivated me to prioritize academic excellence. So when you check it again, you see an entrepreneur, Samuel Adamu, recently shed light on his career journey values. That this means what? This is a pure interview. Recently shed light. Who shed the light? It is him. So he would always say education is one thing, no one can take away from you. So this is purely an interview. So and so on. When you check them like that, as the guidance, my father's value motivated me to prioritize academic excellence. Let us go and check what is in the guidance. Real estate entrepreneur Samuel Adamu spoke about his candid thought on values, failure, resilience, and journey to success. Adamu said, born in Kaduna, so it is a statement. My father always said a statement from Army Children's School, Kaduna. You see that most of them are in quotation. That means it's more or less like an interview. So now when you go again and see all of them, you see that the sources are not independent sources. Now, and there's one thing I wanted to check also. This one was published 2 weeks ago, 2025, 4/2/17. This one 2024, 2024, and so on. Now, if I'm working on Wikipedia, definitely I'm going to nominate this article for deletion. And my reason will be, first, the post is not notable, simply because the sources are not independent and they do not pass the Wikipedia guideline, general notability guideline for a biography. So now how can you do that? Now, you see, I do not just nominate. I go through the article, go through the sources, I'm convinced that the article needs to go because it's looking like a promotional piece. And on Wikipedia, we do not want promotional contents. So if you want promotional content, they can go to LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or other paid websites where you can easily promote yourself. So now, this is my thing that I've installed already. So just click on this XFD, which is where you can nominate article for deletion. And you click on it, and they will ask you which one is the category of the article. Then you can click on that should be on biography. Then they will now ask you to select which category can this thing be sorted. This is a person, right? It's a businessman, business people. 2 is from Nigeria. What other thing can we use to categorize the subject? So they will not ask you to state the reason. Why do you think this actually is important? First, Wikipedia general notability guideline. Because in the sources are not independent enough, they are not independent. And most of them are just promotional content. So we are going to explain the reason why we think the article should be deleted. Now, this WPG engineers Wikipedia general notability guideline. So let me just write it so that review it. Now this is how this tool will make it to look like. This is how it will be to develop it like this, and it will add it to this sorting of people, business people, and Nigeria. So once we click on submit, then it is going to log it for you. So let us click on submit. You see what it's doing? This is what you are supposed to do on your own. But because of this tool, it will do everything for you. So now you can continue to use the tool like that. As you can see, this is how it has made it to look like. So if I should click on the source code for you, that's when you'll be able to appreciate what this tool has done. Let me click on the source code for you. You see what you're supposed to do on your own. This is what you're supposed to do. But the tool that we're using has done everything for you. All you need to do is to just put some of those information there and you are good to go. That's that. You can also use the tool to add tag to article. Tag to article. So how can you do that? You come to Twinkle here. You see tag here. Just ask you what you wanted to. So now I believe that this article is not notable. Just click on notability. The subject of the article may not meet general notability guideline. So once you click on it, if you click on submit, it will automatically You see, the article has multiple issues. Please include it. This is what with my one button click, it gave me this. The topic of this article may not meet Wikipedia general notability guideline. So there are a lot of stuff to do with Twinkle, but you just have to learn them bit by bit and do not do what you're not supposed to do. So if you wanted to run editor, you go to the username of the editor, the top page of the editor. Then you come to your Twinkle here. As you can see, one. When you click on the one button, then you which type of warning, maybe descriptive editing. Then you put a page that the person is disrupting here. Let me put this one. Then you put the message here. Then you can preview it first. Hello, you see what? With just 3 steps, you see what to give you. This a message to let you know that one or more of your recent contributions, such as you made to this and this, do not appear to be constructive and have been reverted. Please take some time to familiarize yourself with policies and guidelines. With just 2 buttons, it will write all these things for you. So with this, you can keep on editing without getting tired on Wikipedia with Twinkle. So Twinkle is actually one of the best tools that I am currently using right now. And if you learn how to use it, you are going to enjoy it. This user has been warned several times.
All right. I think the network is really disturbing Mr. Moib. Let's kindly exercise patience as he comes on board. All right. While we wait for Mr. Mohib to join the meeting, I'll be sharing our link so you can follow us for more info. That is, if you love what the value that you're getting this moment, then I urge you to follow the African Wiki Women community. For we have lots of this to offer. All right, so kindly follow us. I already shared the link to our various handles, so do well to follow us because we'll be sharing insightful trainings and sessions that will equip you as a Wikimedia. And also we also need us to fill up the attendance form, so you can follow up with you and hear your feedback as to how the session has been for you. If you have any words for the African Wiki women, that's a platform for you to share those thoughts with us. Please don't hesitate to follow us. For the attendance form, it is required of you. It's required of you. Yes, you're back. Welcome, sir. Yes, I thought as much. We understand. So welcome. You have the floor, please.
Where the network stopped. I was just busy talking, and I discovered that nobody was actually listening to me again. Then I had to check my network and discovered that the network has logged me out. So I don't know where did this stop.
All right, so when you want to reach out to a Wikimedian regarding a particular situation using the Twinkle tool.
Okay, so let me share my screen again.
Yes, all right.
Oh, this is the person I wanted to reach out to. I will click on his username.
Are you still with us? Oh, I think network has done it again.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right. All right. Thank you so much for confirming that.
Now, can you see my screen now?
Yes, it's up.
Good. So this is the username of the person I wanted to talk to. Then we go to his user talk page, come to T Twinkle. You see one here. So you can warn the person. Then this is kind of different types of warning. You see, plenty, a lot of warnings. So, and you can also welcome a new editor, not only one. So when you discover that this person is just joining, this person is just joining, then you can click on welcome. So this is a standard welcome. You can give a welcome with helpful links. Let me show you. Let me give you a preview of it. Hello, Tagira, and welcome to Wikipedia. Thank you for your contribution. I hope you like the place and decide to stay. Here are the few links to pages you might find helpful, introduction and getting started, and so on and so on. Then these kind of things you see there. So if it's just only welcome, not without links, just standard welcome, click on it. When you click on submit, it will bring it, but this person is not in Ecomas, so I don't have to welcome him. So click on preview. Hi, Tigra. I noticed your contribution and wanted to welcome you to the Wikipedia community. Hope you like it here and decide to stay. As we get started, you may find this short tutorial helpful. Learn more about editing, alternative contributions to Wikipedia page cover form, and so on. So it's not only warning, you can also welcome people to Wikipedia too. So this one is if you wanted to report the page, self-puppet, and so on. So that's about Twinkle. Then let me move. The next thing I discussed theoretically is the issue of page creation tool. Page creation tool is mainly meant for the people that are the viewer on the English Wikipedia. So you have it here. This is the page creation tool. You have it here. Once you click on it, you have articles for creation, new page patrol. So under this article for creation, when you create article inside your draft, then I will see it here, and other people that are reviewers will see it. So they are not using the tool to either accept your draft or reject your draft. You can also apply for a reviewer, or you can also apply after you have gotten. You need to have gotten the stuffs that you're not going to be doing with the tools, because they're going to be checking your history to see if you can actually use the tool. So you can apply for article for creation reviewer. This is about a company. As you can see, the company in my screen, you can see that some sources are yellow, while some are red. So all this yellow means that their notability is not, their reliability is shaken. While this red one means it's just there's nothing there. It's just pure box, because the website is not a reliable website. Now, the article has been declined before today because it looked like an advertisement. So let us check and see. It's an India state technology company specializing in earth observation, high resolution imaging, and onboard edge computing.
Are you there, Mr. Mohib? Mr. Mohib, can you hear me?
I think I just muted myself. Sorry, I don't know how it got muted. So where did I stop? I was just talking. Okay, I said this article looks, as you can see, it's more or less like a promotional article, which cannot be accepted. So if you have this tool, page creation tool, all you need to do is to come down here, the view AFC, then you have to decline this kind of article, because then you ask you, why are you declining it? Just put advertisement. You see, submission looks like an advertisement. So once you decline, it will create a lot of, it will send a message to the person that created the article, save it on the user talk page, and also drop a message here. This is what you have done with just 3 clicks.
Sorry,
we're not seeing your page anymore.
Sorry, we are not following. The screen is not showing what you're saying.
Not showing what you're doing.
Okay.
Maybe you cancel and recheck. Thank you.
No. What happened was that I'm sharing only a page. So when I click on the article here, it opened a new page. Do you get this logic? So I'm not sharing my entire screen. So let me just do it this way. Now we are going to look into, this is the one I clicked on earlier on. So let me just copy it here. This is the article I declined with that tool now. So what we're going to do is let us look for another article again.
I think your screen is kind of static. Maybe you need to stop sharing and start again.
I'm not seeing what you're doing.
Yeah, it's not showing at all.
Now, can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So can you still see this one now? Draft article for creation, name page patrol, and so on?
Yes, we can.
Okay, now let us look at this draft. Now they said Deodora Hunding is an American dual teacher, activist, and birth worker in San Francisco. Now when you look at it, a teacher is not automatically qualified to be on Wikipedia. Only a professor in the line of academics can be. And what can make a teacher to become notable is if the person has different reliable sources in different news media. So, but as I'm looking at all this now, they are not from independent sources. They are from websites that the person has worked with before. So now, what we need to do is that look at it very well, just the way I'm looking at it, and I've gotten the logic and the reason why this article should not be on the Wikipedia. So all I need to do is, because I have that tool, page curation tool, as a reviewer, I will come down to this tool here, review AFCH. They said the page has been deleted one time before. As you can see, so this page has been deleted before, and yet it is still here again. It is still here again. So what I'm going to do is, you see, before I even got here, somebody else has deleted it, has declined it. You see, 73 seconds ago, I was not fast enough because I was talking. As you can see, so you cannot do anything on it again. Once you click on it now, so somebody else has declined it. So we just have to move to the next one. If we not do it on time too, and that person will either accept or decline it. So I'm looking for one that will be easy to accept or reject, because we don't have time to go through all of them.
Sorry, so the ACF thing is to more or less like check
So
reference.
the time, sorry, I think that's that about the issue of accepting and declining because of the time. I nearly forget. Then the next one, the last tool is the rater tool. So the rater tool is a tool that you can use to rate articles. I think by the time you get the slide, what you can use in the slide, the script is in the slide. Then you can install the script and be using it. So let me just tell you how to install a script first. If you want to install any script, you go and copy the installation. See it here. Can we see my screen inside the slide?
Yes, we can.
Copy it like this. Then just paste it. So I've installed it before. So it's supposed to give you a page here for installation, but because I've installed it before, that's the reason why you are seeing it like this. So in your own, it will show you a place where you just install, or you follow these steps, but it will be too hard for you to follow. All you can do is once you copy it, paste it, then you just see install. Just click on the install button. That's all. So once you install it, you'll be able to rate articles. So how do you do that? How do you rate articles? Let me see if there are articles that. Now, you see unknown is 14. When you see unknown, You see, unknown means the article has not been rated. Just trying to look for one. I should have unknown. See this one? From the State University of Science and Technology, Kumo, Gombe Abba. So let me click on this one. Now, for you to use that tool, just go to tool here. Then, because I've installed it, you see it here, later. Click on it. What do you see here? Prediction. Start, right? So the prediction here is start. So that means this place has to be on start. Wiki project 2, start. Wiki 2, start. Then you click on save. Once you click on save, in the next few minutes, you are going to see that the article has changed from unknown to, let me see if it has changed, from unknown to start. So just keep on. By the time you check it back in the next few minutes, it will have changed to start. So it will change on its own.
Take that again.
Yeah. So
Please could you take that again?
okay, since I've installed the script, once I click on the article, you come down to tool here, any article, you click on later here. So the prediction is start. So just check the prediction, start. Then you can change them to start. Then you save them, save it. So you see, under this my tool, there are all these things that we are seeing here. All of them are repetitive tools. Move to draft, move. All these are repetitive tools that I use to ease my task. That's just like what I told you, that there are a lot of them, and you can only talk about few of them. So I think that's that about the practical aspect of it. If there are questions here, I'll be ready to take them.
All right. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Muhib. Thank you so much for such an insightful session. So now, Mr. Muhib, our trainer, is ready for our questions. All right. So bring it on. If you're shy, you can use the chat box. If not, can raise your hand and we'll have your question. All right, Merit, go ahead, please.
Okay. Thank you very much. And thank you, Mr. Mui, for the insightful training. I want to ask for that rater, if one wants to rate the class of article, can one rate his or her own article, or is the work of a reviewer to do? Like, can I rate an article can I rate my own article using the rater, like if I install it?
You can rate your article with the rater, but you cannot rate your article more than B. You get it? So, and good article has to pass through the review process. You get it now? So you can only rate it to B with that rater, the prediction of the rater, you can use it to rate to D level. So if you wanted to nominate your article for a good article, you have to work on it, then you nominate your article for GA, then somebody else will pick up the article, then you are going to work on it together. Then if the article pass, so they will change the article to grade A article. So anything from grade A and above, you cannot do it yourself. It has to pass through the review process. But anything from B downward, there's no review process for that.
All right. So does that answer your question, Merit? Are you satisfied?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, all right, Mr. Omar or Omar Farouk.
Okay, thank you very much for the insightful training. It was really an eye-opening. Now, my question is in relation with what Merit actually asked. Now, can you just do the rating without any, I don't know, being a reviewer or you being a special, just like normal editor, can you just do the rating as a normal editor?
Yes, abnormal editor. Okay, thank you very much for that question. So you can, once you have the tool will automatically check the bot automatically check the standard of your article and give you the closest rating for your article. So you can rate, just like what I told you that you cannot rate more than B. Even if your rater is telling you that this article is A article, you cannot rate more than B. So the A article, what you can do is go and nominate the article for good article, A article. Then somebody else will come, we work together on it for some days, weeks. Then if the article pass, they will change it to a grade A article. So any editor can do it, either you are a normal editor or the second one that I don't know about. Thank you very much.
All right. All right, so Mr. Mohib, we have a request from Merit. She's requesting that you paste the link to the rater, that is the tool. All right, thank you so much. All right, Blessing, the mic is over to you.
Yeah, before we go, I will want Mr. Muib to just ask a particular question from the section. So I appoint one person or two to answer. So please, Mr. Muib, do you have any question you want them to answer? Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Can anybody hear
I can
me?
hear you
yes,
clearly.
Okay.
Question, or I didn't prepare for question, so let me just check. You can continue, let me check the question.
Okay, thank you. Before that, please, I think Merit have a question. Her hand is up, so I don't know.
Yeah, thank you so much. Please, I want to ask Mr. Muib, please, can one also search for category of articles that needs table? Like, can it be searched just like the way we saw articles without info boxes? So can it be searched for one to see articles that doesn't have tables?
So, can you repeat that question, please?
She said, can you search for articles that need tables? Just the same way you search for articles that need info boxes, right?
Sorry, the network. You said can, I only hear can, I didn't hear the rest again.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, sir. I know it's not every article that needs a table. It depends on the arrangement. Like, for instance,
Yes.
when we have things like listing, like bullet points are being listed out, it will be very nice it's on a table. So is there a way that we can search for articles like that will make them more organized by putting them in a table? Is there a category?
Okay, right. So what I'm going to say is that table is not a compulsory part of an article, so we might not have a category for it. You get it? But one of those things that we need to have table for, if we are talking about awards section, nomination section, filmography section, and all those sections that requires listing ideas and dates. You get it? So, but since table is not a compulsory part of an article, So there's no particular section for that. You cannot have something like articles without table, because in the real sense, table is not something that you can use to justify an article. Just like, unlike articles without info box, articles without categories, article with missing date of birth, article living people. So all those ones, because they are an essential part of an article, they have their own category. So we do not have that. But when you come across any of those articles with nominations or with filmography and the rest, you can actually take your time to arrange that particular messy place.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mo, for that. Yeah, I think we don't even have enough. We have covered all the 2 hours that was specified for this meeting. And we want to really thank everybody for joining and for making the meeting an interactive one. And I hope before the meeting, we create an icebreaker section and plenty people ask questions. And I hope with this, we are able to answer the question and go beyond the question we have asked earlier. And I will urge all of us here to fill out the attendance form in order to have a good record of people that are here. And again, I want us not to only stop attending the Africa Wikipedia Women's meeting. This is just list out of 100. We hope that next time we'll come early so that the section will also start very early. We want to use this opportunity to thank you all for attending, and I don't know if Amarachi also have something to add to this before we take our group photograph for pictures. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Blessing. You've actually said it all. I don't know if you can hear me. Can anyone hear me, please?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right. All right. So thank you so much, the African Wiki Women. We are appreciative of your presence. And to our trainer, Mr. Mohib, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this session. And I know that it's not just myself, but every participant here actually got value for the time spent. So thank you so much. And to our participants, please kindly fill up the attendance form. We want to hear from you and get that feedback. All right, kindly follow us. Our links to the handles are on the chat. Kindly follow us and get information regarding our other session, because this is actually a tip of an iceberg, and the African Wiki Women, we are just out to ensure that the Wikimedians get equipped with the skills that they require to excel